Yes, God. So I wanted to talk about this thing. Hi, good afternoon. Not afternoon. Good night. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Barbara. Good evening. It's Friday night. So I'm not Mom. Stop calling Mom. One thing I wanted to talk about. So Sarah Jessica Parker. Beloved, so I want to talk briefly before Freddy gets here. I want to talk briefly about Sarah Jessica Parker, feminism, men and their ability/inability to call themselves a feminist, label themselves as a feminist, because I've been learning on Twitter, people who have not rudely and compassionately offered a dissenting opinion towards mine, offered to educate me, and have effectively done so. Why? Because they offered information. I received 2 articles that were very informative, and my knowledge about the subject and my involvement in the subject was called into question by people, not by dragging me, not by trying to ridicule me, not trying to ridicule my platform or take advantage or me as a public figure, but by saying, listen, in paraphrase words, actually I believe this. I respect your opinion, but I believe this. And you know what that did to me? It encouraged me to refine my views by education. So that's what I did. I defer to the experience of women and people who identify as women, because I don't. When I said, of course I'm a feminist on Twitter, what I meant was, of course, I wholeheartedly and passionately support the equality and liberation of all women, because my career, my brain, my actions and behaviors, my passions, from everything from women's gymnastics to dance theater to all my role models to my mother, all inextricably linked to the celebration of women and concepts of women, whether they're genetic, biological, societal, philosophical, mythical. So that's what I meant. But as a man, I realized that I need to defer to the experience of a group, like with Black Lives Matter. White people need to defer to the expertise and experience of people who are living Black lives. And so as a man, I need to defer to the experience of women who are living lives as women. And I respect certain people's discomfort with me labeling myself as a feminist. And so I, just for lack of a simpler term, I am an ardent supporter of women's equality. Case closed. Now, the fact that Sarah Jessica Parker didn't call herself a feminist just surprised me. It surprised me a lot. And I'm not trying to drag her. I don't know her. But as the star of Sex and the City, which ran for a lot of seasons, and it was just hugely problematic from a feminist point of view, and from a white feminist, we got to talk about white feminism, and we can't really dissect that whole thing from multiple feminist angles right now before Freddy gets here. But I was just surprised. She's a feminist icon. Problematic? Absolutely. She didn't write Sex and the City. A fucking gay guy did. I believe it was Michael Patrick King, and he's not a great writer. But, I think it was it created by Genji Cohen? No. Just Darren Star, perhaps, and Michael Patrick King. I don't know. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. I was just surprised. She means so many things to so many women, and to me. I've seen every episode of that goddamn awful series, Sex and the City. And, in any case, blah, blah, blah. I don't know a lot about feminism, so that is another part where, and the irony of a man, it's not the irony, it's the unfortunate reality of men trying to butt their way into, in AA, and this is, in 12-step meetings, there are women's meetings where men are not welcome. They're not welcome. Why? Because because of the centuries of predatory, sexual and otherwise predatory, women need safe space. So you know what? I need to step away. That's the takeaway there. But I will continue to be involved right outside that motherfucking door. Okay, so then I wanted to talk about Frosted Flakes. Because that's what I'm going to eat for dinner. Oh, yes, God. I wanted to get that out of the way. And Freddy's coming over, and we're going to talk about Simone Biles and the Zika virus. Yes, God. I just got a text from my friend Michelle, and she says Biles plus Zika equals gold medal. Because you know why? If you don't know anything about Simone Biles, this Periscope is about to get ultra boring. And we're going to touch on it because Freddy is a huge... I will stop moving. I'm so sorry. Get on my level, girl. I need a spoon. I need a bowl. I got my bowl. I just need a spoon, and then I'm ready to sit down and eat. And then chew while trying to speak. I'll let Freddy do the talking when he gets here. For those of you who don't know, my friend Freddy, excuse me. Cataloging my descent into death on Periscope. My friend Freddy is an incredible person that I've known for almost 10 years, probably not quite as long, but a good 8 years at least, I think. Not an OG member of my drag squad. That's Nicole Pride, Frida Fries, Becca DeBus, Fena Barbitall, Mr. Lady. These are the star-studded cast of the alternative Boston drag scene circa some years ago. Freddy is also known as Mahogany Brown. He's a retired drag queen. He's an actor. He's a singer. He is the original founder of the one-man band Team Too Much. When I met him, right off that, he was the first person in the drag scene that I met. And he had a crush on me, even though he says that I raped him at Avalon. I don't use the word rape lightly, but it's a joke. Whereas I got so drunk I passed out, we made out, and then they kicked me out because I was falling asleep. But anyways, Freddie Franklin has always been larger than life. An interesting thing that has happened, and he can tell you all about this, he comes from a really interesting background. He has traveled the world. He's truly one of the most incredible people. But I had a problem with him before. It was that he was always too much. He was always trying to get me to go out, be gregarious. I was a shut-in, an introvert, and I resisted, and I still do. But what has happened to Freddie, and I don't think he would be weird with me talking about it, is that through a combination of very interesting life experiences all over the world and a very serious and grave health concern where his mortality was threatened, we've reconnected over a period of about 3 years, give or take. This was before I got on Drag Race, and now that I've had some success and some confidence and some more self-awareness, he vibrates at a very high vibrational frequency. And we went into the Apple store together to get me a new phone the other day. And I wish he was here because he could tell it a lot more entertainingly than I can. But we turned that store upside down. We came in a flurry of psychic and verbal activities. We were making this person laugh. And then the sales clerk said a million times, "Who are you people?" I'm sure that 74% of the store was convinced that we were on drugs, yet we were not. Smoking a little bit of weed, but that's it. Not on drugs. Vibrating at a very high frequency, which implies, it's hippy-dippy, but if you just gotta indulge me. Speaking of high frequencies, is this Hieronymus Bosch? Mika, did I see you in there? Shout out to Mika Cooper. I thought I saw her. Mika Cooper is one of the most fascinating and the smartest person I know, and I probably will ever meet. Whose command a fascinating trans identity and influence in my life from the very beginning. And yes, God, I hope I'm not trying to embarrass you, Mika. But whose command of the English language is so. Its poetry is almost scientific because it's the fusion of the total effortless facility with language, and then the resulting ease with which you can just spew the most incredible, beautiful, insane, absurd, gorgeous, poignant poetry. So, I think she was Harvard educated. I would not be surprised. Yes, God, 1 year clean. Okay. So here we go, Frosted Flakes. Have you ever made a bad decision in your life, Margaret? Well, you're about to. Freddy's on the way. I think this is good. It's sort of like David Letterman coming out and doing a monologue before he introduces his guest. What wardrobe tonight? Oh, he doesn't know I already started the show. He's going to get mad. Anyway. The gentle crinkle of sugar flakes in a bowl makes me happy. Sharon Needles and I, one of the best things about bots was getting to know Sharon Needles by far. I gotta tell you. Sharon Needles, though problematic in nature, as most modern rock stars are, is when I don't want to discuss about Sharon Needles, but long story short, I did, for some reason, for her and Jinx, the Jinx especially, two sides of a very different coin. Not even really coins, like one's a doll and the other's a grapefruit. I don't know what. But with Jinx and them, they're so intellectually capable, and it was really nice to like be able to vibe with them, like kind of beyond drag, but still very drag. You know, we're doing drag. We're in the thick of gross, disgusting, panty-smelling drag. But as artists, these are two, Sharon and Jinx, these are two stunning artists. And then you have Courtney, a woman encouraging to eat gluten-free. Fucking cunt. No. Courtney's a fucking pop star. She's fucking Kylie Minogue. Courtney's a woman. She's Kylie Minogue. It's insane. Okay. Alaska, I can see her from my house. Oh, wrong accent for that. Chopstick and mascara. Won't get you a Dry. How about a little whole milk? Gorelick Farms always treated me right. Right, Martha? This is my favorite thing. Nobody likes this voice. I'm going to continue to do it. Mother, I'm spotting again. There's spots of blood in my panties. What should I do? Frosted Flakes? Great idea. Okay. So while we're waiting on Freddy, we've got 12 minutes. I'm going to talk to you about isolation. And a very general thing that occurred to me, because I'm writing a one-woman show right now, and I've been wanting to do this. I've been saying to my friends in Boston before Drag Race that I'm writing a one-woman show. But I'm actually actively doing it. Yes, God, Frosted Flakes. Did you see that knife, Mother? That's a real knife. Coming out of a toaster, I believe. So I'm writing a show, and right now the themes I'm dealing with are women. And, certain racial identities like whiteness and blackness. I know that sounds very dry, like these flakes before the milk. But I assure you it's not. It's going to be a 1 hour and 15 minute, give or take 15 minutes, evening length performance of dance theater, stand-up comedy, or rather, talking into a microphone, Barbara. It's not comedy if it's not funny. Dance theater, video, spoken word, just talking and relating, communication, darling, live and in living color. Through my Russian character, Katya, and through my South Boston junkie character, Trish. South Boston, Quincy, interchangeable. You realize I'm not very precise with the backgrounds of my characters. For the record, Katya was born in Odessa, Ukraine. Yes, God! But I say she's Russian. Freddy's here! Are you better be camera ready, honey? Because she's rolling.
No, now.
You're rolling right now. Let me get you a
towel.
Let me get you a towel.
No,
look at this.
That's
Shade.
Girl, who was your friend always coming out sweating? It's hard because, I was born a slave.
She's not on drugs.
So whenever I pick cotton, it's a sweat.
Oh, but why do you have to bring it back to cotton? Come on.
Me and Rosa Parks, riding that bus.
Just generalities. Historically racial generalities. So we're talking about Squarespace. No, Squarespace. Sitting in such a. So fan yourself. You smell a little funky, darling.
Do I really? Mm-hmm. Get into my smell. We're bears.
Shade. That's shade. You gotta say shade.
Oh, she gonna say your best friend like you smell funky. Thank you. Hi, how are you, girl? Happy Hanukkah to you too. Where's my dreidel?
Welcome everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Really?
So we're gonna talk about fucking the Olympics. Did you watch the opening ceremony?
Girl, I did. In the
You
bar.
did? I did not.
You didn't watch it?
Recap.
Oh, recap. Well, no, I watched it on silent in the bar with a good cocktail. You know what? Girl, the cuties abound, honey. I saw all my baby's daddies. I was like, just can they all get in a bath and I'll drink the bath water? I'm really into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to feel close. I want to taste your funk. I want your loving. I want your disease. Oh, yes.
You are a mess.
No, well, it's real. So.
Wait. Did you see Nancy? I don't know how. Hold on.
I don't know how to ask my name, but I don't know their names.
No. Get into this because you fucked your way through Asia.
Honey, I bed hopped my way through continents. Okay, I've been celibate for 2 years, only after having bed hopped through Berlin, Hamburg, Scotland. Okay, Tokyo, honey, go Japan, honey, Japan. All my Japanese watchers, honey, y'all are doing some things, honey.
Where is
Taipei?
This is really racial. Hot Chinese swimmer. That's what I was searching
Oh,
for. Did
girl,
you see him?
Girl, they're all hot. The athletes.
This
Ooh, girl, he better do it, girl.
This.
I've had boyfriends like him. And you know what's funny is that
girl
in Asia, the best thing about living in Asia is that none of them ever know they're hot.
Why is that? Are you making a racial
No.
generalization?
See, in America, we have a big ego. Our egos are, I like this, I want this. But in Asia, it's very much,
there is no I in TAM.
Everyone wears uniforms, okay? They all wear uniforms, all the kids. If you ask a Chinese kid or a Japanese kid or anyone, what's their favorite thing to eat for dinner? They don't know, because all they know is what their mom cooked. Like, you'll watch their brains break. Like,
really?
It's crazy. Dating in Japan, like saying, hey, what's your name? Takashi, what's going on? You're cute. What do you want to do for lunch? You're like, I don't know. What do you want to do? But like, you could date a guy for like 9 months in Japan. Or Asia, they diffuse into their lover, or they're only an extension of people in their life. That being said, politically it was great. Countries, they're all very well run. In China, sure, you don't ask questions, you just do, okay? They have tanks, they will mow you over, girl, okay? I went to Beijing, I said, oh, what about the massacre of so-and-so in 1989? Girl almost got, girl, literally! My tour guide was like...
We don't talk about that.
Look, she was like, ooh, but this, like in Asia, I mean, in America, sometimes, I feel like we have too much of a voice.
Are you kidding?
Because everybody can't have a voice.
Voices.
Everyone can't.
These are great voices, actually. Sometimes they say, fuck me with a rake, mom.
Yeah.
That's not a good voice.
I like that. Like, I'm into that. Like, rakes are hot. I eroticized rakes.
You truly are a queen for the farmers.
Farmer. Ooh, yes, girl. I'm like, ooh, farmer in the rain. Farmer in the Dell, honey.
Well,
I'm like... Girl, old McDonald, honey, he was cute. Old McDonald had a farm. Girl, I was there, girl. And an oink oink here, and an oink oink there. I'm a pig. Okay.
Why was I going to bring into bestiality? No, we were talking about the difference between American individualism and then solidarity, like European, or even that kind of national identity where the ego dissolves almost completely.
Yeah, Americans we really don't have a national identity.
You and your family. It's you and your family. That's the American dream.
It
but
is,
not me and my community.
It really isn't. Or it's very much, even though they're like, what can you do for your country? But we really don't. No, we really in America, what can I do for us? My country owes me, and that is very an American way of being. And for me, having lived on 3 continents and slept my way across at least 60 countries, you know.
Yes, girl.
I've been to health clinics everywhere. Honey,
DM
me later, girl. That's an adult, girl. DM me later, girl. If you ever get sick in the countries, girl, like they don't have, girl, private man, go PM me. No, but America is great because I will say this. Living in Hong Kong, living in Tokyo, there is no Bill of Rights. You have no rights. In Beijing, at the gay club or any club, they can make you pee in a cup on the spot. And if you test positive for anything illicit in your pee, they can deport you right then and there.
What?
That being said, I've smuggled some things across the because God is the on-time guy. God is a good guy, honey. I'm blessed. No. But right? Is it? Girl, won't he do it? Won't he do it? I'm so
won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Let me put some things on me. Girl. I feel like I'm smelly. Girl, I went to a party. I'm in a tank top. You know I'm black. My slave jeans kick in. I be sweating. Oh
my God.
It's because when I was on a plantation, it was a lot. Like the master was real nice and so he was real cute and stuff, right? Him and his wife was having problems. That master, you want me to go in the house at night? He would come in my cabin at night in the woods, honey, and we would do some things with my master in here. Girl, I've born some children.
I'm a little uncomfortable. My white guilt is like...
Don't laugh. It's a kiki. It's a kiki.
It's always a kiki.
Let's have a kiki. Well, girl, what about... No, the Olympics is cute, but the hot Chinese athletes...
I want to talk about Simone Biles.
Do you know what? I just know Gabby Douglas and her hair problems. Girl, I said, girl, flat iron, girl, you gotta lay it out.
Well, she's not a front runner, unfortunately, but is poised to be one of the greatest athletes, not just of women's gymnastics, but of all time. Simone Biles, she could win.
But why so?
Because she could win, and this is all from previous performances and competitions. She could win 5 out of the 6 gold medals available to any female.
So they always see gymnastics is such a moment in time.
It is every 4 years. It disappears, and people.
You never know who's gonna do what. Nerves. You're in a points balance.
You peak. You can peak. You're sick.
If you're in the wrong mood, bitch, you're gonna fall off.
Well, yes. No, it's true. The last Carly Patterson, 16 years old. Gabby Douglas, 16 years old.
That's true. But it wasn't always like that. Remember Kim Zemesco? Remember the writing? Those girls had at least 2 Olympics, girl. These days, the skills are so hard.
Because it's open-ended scoring.
You got to backflip. You got to flip 3 times, girl. Land on your head, and then rebound to a punch front, and be like, what?
Well, that's what they're lamenting in gymnastics.
But how much do you love the land dismount?
Can we show? Can we show? We gotta show the whack.
Girl, you gotta.
This is quintessential gymnastics.
You gotta land it. Hold on.
Here we go.
Girl, you gotta land it. You might be a little bit wobbly.
And then.
But you gotta throw it, honey. Throw it back. Yes, honey. What? Girl, you gotta hold it. You gotta bounce. Oh. Wow. All right, don't let the girl. Let the out of bounds line be right here.
Oh yeah.
Let it, bitch. What, bitch? What? She ain't gonna. No, not the girl. To the point. To the point, bitch. No, not my point. No, man, I'm not gonna thank you, Jack.
Oh my God.
Girl.
It is.
You would be coming. It's too much. Periscope is going crazy.
It's too much.
I'm so sad.
Come on. I'm all sweaty.
Let me go.
Get the thing.
Eating cereal like it's breakfast.
I'm eating Frosted Flakes for dinner.
Katya doesn't do rules.
That was women's gymnastics in a nutshell.
Girl, yes. Whack.
Honey,
Meredith Retton.
It's wrist.
That was where Carrie Strug on her one leg vault. Yes, Miss Carrie Strug, you inspired me, honey.
One of the most iconic moments, not in gymnastics, but in sports history of all time. I almost don't even trust it. I think, did they make this happen?
No. Her face, the pain in her face. She was on one leg.
Limping. Her second vault.
Ooh.
Dominique Moceanu sat down 2 vaulters ago. Carrie Strug's anchoring.
Yes.
Sat down 2 vaults. Now all of a sudden the women's gold that they cruise to victory right at the finish line is in jeopardy. Then Carrie Strug inexplicably sits down her first vault. What?
Well, girl, what's going on, girl?
But she's hurt and she's wobbling and she's
crying.
And her right leg is taped already, so she's wobbling down the thing. Bella Caroli, slave driver.
Bella, he don't play. He said, "Look, bitch,
get up. You can do it." He's like Arnold.
She was like, girl, her like bleeding out her leg, girl. Legs all severed.
She bolts down the runway, hands round off, handspring onto the board, 1.5 twist Turchenko. Boom! Stuck. One motherfucking leg.
Why does Katya know the Yurchenko full? Bitch,
no, Yurchenko 1.5. Yes,
blind 1.5, girl. Yes, blind girl, blind landing girl front on the front, bitch.
Girl, these days Simone Biles turns out an Amanard. That's a 2.5 motherfucking twist.
But see, my thing is that is inhuman. Those girls.
She is a phenomenon. She is a phenomenon. That's the
whole
point of Simone Biles.
Have to have.
She is a specimen of human excellence, of athletic excellence. She's an anomaly. She's an anomaly.
How old is she?
She's probably 18.
It's funny because back in my day we only had Dominique Dawes.
Well,
that was my girl. That was my sister girl in my head.
That elegant, athletic. Dominique Dawes was a mixture of elegance and that of strength.
Remember Saria Bonali?
She was receiving backflips.
But Saria Bonali and never got credit. That girl was giving you backflips on the ice.
Backflips on ice from
France.
France. Black girl from France.
Bronze.
Flamboyant.
She was like, honey, itchy yaya bitch, voulez-vous avec moi, honey. She gave you all like this. She gave you au revoir. And that bitch backflips. I could remember talking to Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. Girl, that story and Jeff Galooly. Oh, yeah. We're very old.
Tanya Harding.
Girl, Tanya Harding. Hey, Tanya, you watching it? And she watched
1994. Was that 94?
That was 94. And girl, Nancy Kerrigan, girl, she gave you all those tears on this.
Oksana Bayul.
Girl. 7 line up against guy. Girl, we
don't even talk to me about sport.
Okay.
No, I'm getting workshop.
See, I vibrate very high. So
I told him. I gave you an intro. I
meditate a lot. I've been through a lot. I had some tumors on my spine. Something happened. Was in Lion King. I was scarring the Lion King.
Back it up.
Girl, what did I back it up to? Where?
Preacher's son.
I'm a preacher's son. Well, he was a church elder. We'll say. Born in Wisconsin. You know, black. Gay.
Home of Trixie Mattel.
Home of Trixie Mattel. Hey, Trixie, you watching, girl? Girl, I was group down the street, girl. We was neighbors, girl. You didn't see me. I had on a bang. I used to have bang, like a Leah bang, girl. I did, girl. I remember Trixie had a side ponytail.
Stop it.
No,
How old are you?
I'll be 71 on Tuesday. I am a Leo. Yes,
no,
I was born.
Really? I'm
35.
Okay, I'm 34.
But I mean, you know, it's hard, girl, with all these wrinkles I be having, girl. My back don't crack. What about cracks? What's a bit? No. And so I went to school in Boston and went to Emerson College. And you went to Boston, but you were in Boston the whole time, right?
Hold on.
Because, so I met Brian. So I was a Mahogany Brown in Boston before Drag Race, before all that, girl, in like the 70s.
Before it even started, before Drag Race started.
Yeah, like a long time before. And I met, and there was a store that all the drag queens went to. It's called Dorothy's Boutique on Mass Ave. We love it. And one day we went in there. It was this cute little boy working. He was skinny, had all this golden hair, honey, like Rapunzel, bitch. But his name was not Rapunzel. It was Brian McCook, honey. Yes, so he was so sweet and so shy. And you know, we befriended him and took him out to lunch and just, you know, me. And that was before Jujubee was famous, girl.
Yeah,
but
Jujubee was there.
Jujubee was there. She was an amateur girl. So me and Brian have been friends for about almost 11 years now.
Long.
And I actually left Boston before Brian's climbing the fame of Boston. I toured with Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruise Lines. I did The Lion King. I came back and I remember being in China, being like, "Girl, Katya is on RuPaul's Drag Race," and I was so happy you were because honestly, I looked at the Boston girls. We're collegiate girls.
They were generally proud of me.
I was proud of you only because in Boston, drag is so much more than my lace front, my pretty wig.
But we ain't got no money for that.
We really don't, girl. And we're also artists in Boston. We have art schools. Boston with the Mass Art, Emerson College. So our drag has a character behind it. That's why you love Katya. You love her character behind it. You love the vulnerability behind it because drag is only the vehicle. Drag is not the stopping point. And some queens, drag is the vehicle through which I make my statement. For me, and I'm sure for Brian too, drag is an homage to my aunts, to Coretta Scott King, honey, to my Angela girl.
All my female mentors.
Well, female mentors, my aunts, my mother, my grandmother, the women in my life. You know, my drag was very, kind of 70s, kind of a ghetto vibe,
Foxy Brown, honey.
Foxy Brown, Pam Grier, honey. I wore big hoops. I always wore natural hair. You'll see that maybe sometime soon. But for me, Katya, her drag was so different from the norm of what mainstream Boston drag was. Katya was in this show called Perestroika. It was like a mashup of so many different ideas of drag. A lot of the queens on that show were a little bit sloppy. No, they were sloppy in terms of the execution. But the ideas were brilliant.
Always there.
Were brilliant. The ideas were brilliant. The concept.
Go wigs that I always wear.
Katya was the first one I think who could be beautiful, but just be ugly and messy.
Yeah.
Because her look, your visual was just incredible, and all of us, and we hated her. Because this bitch put on a little light face. Her bone structure, bitch, Willem who? I don't know who that is. I know Katya. No, this bitch is bone structure, bitch. Just paint a little light.
Do you mind if I smoke this?
Let's smoke it, girl. I love it. See, me and secondhand smoking like babies and pacifiers, girl. Like white on rice. I love it, girl. I like to breathe it in, girl. Let's breathe it in. You know what I'm saying? I want to just do it. Good. With my face. I want to contact high.
Yeah.
I want to. Because nicotine is like, fountain of youth for me, girl. It's just hot, nigga.
I get it. I'll point the
Why Katya? Oh, she's trying to have an AC on, bitch. She's a gajillionaire, bitch. Have windows up, girl.
No, the AC is on, but it's only.
If you have a black friend, okay, if you say you're a black friend, come to my house, bitch, turn the AC on. I'm black. Okay, so all you give a black friend, don't invite her over there without AC on. I'm sweating, girl. I'm shining, bitch. I'm glistening. Okay.
Hold on.
So all my black people, girl, tell your friends, tell a friend. If you have a black friend, girl, turn the AC on. This open window stuff, girl. I was born a slave. It's hot.
My God, let me get this fucking.
Girl, the Underground Railroad was hot. You hear me, girl? I was hiding in the drinking gourd. Girl, waiting in the water, bitch. Okay.
All right.
Katya's like,
I think you're gonna blow their mind. All right, let's
girl,
stay on topic.
Follow the drinking gourd, okay? And fill it with tequila, bitch.
Okay. Tell me about your life in Asia. Tell me about The Lion King.
The Lion King was incredible. I was in a production of The Lion King in Hong Kong. I was Scar. It was the pinnacle time. I was, in Hong Kong is where it's in on the border of it's like Florida to China. So it's like on the tip southeastern part of China, right by Manila. It's right by Taiwan. It's by not by Korea, but it's by Thailand. I saw all of Asia, and before that, I was living in Tokyo. Living in Asia taught me so much about gender. Because you notice a lot of American Western women won't date Asian men because they don't understand their concept of masculinity. Asian men are very masculine.
Sure.
Asian men are very in their own way.
They're Yakuza.
Girl, I set my way across Osaka, Kyoto, bitch. The Golden Temple, girl. I was all in the Golden Temple, bitch, in Kyoto, girl. Okay, and Buddhist temples, girl. Getting my life. Okay.
So what do you think are some of the benefits and the drawbacks of Asian performance of masculinity? Say Japanese performance of masculinity that you observe.
See, Japan.
What was exciting to you? What was confusing to you? What would you go, huh? Anything that
I will say this: there was such a pride in Japan. Japan doesn't do a lot of exporting. They don't really import that much. Japan loves being Japan. Nationalism.
Well, they are homogeneous.
It's profound.
It's all Japanese.
And anybody in Japan who's Japanese, they are Japanese first. You hear me? They are proud to be Japanese. They are proud to be Japanese. And that being said, they are so well run. There is no, all the men at 5 o'clock, they get out of work and they, like army ants, but they wear the same suit. Clean, pressed, but no pinstripes, okay? No cuffs, okay? No pleats, okay? Flat front, okay? Like, it's like nobody wants to stand out.
Okay.
And it's funny how, but in fashion, Tokyo does love.
Oh, they turn it.
They turn it, which is really weird, but I don't know in fashion.
Do you think that that kind of outlet, the Akihabara kind of like, or not Akihabara,
like Harajuku kind of stuff.
Harajuku kind of stuff.
Which is a very French type of Tokyo, but it's definitely there.
And wait, can we talk about? I don't want to make there's so many generalizations about Japanese. Oh, they're so pinned up and selfless in society, so they get so perverse in their personal life.
Well, here's the thing about Japan. I will say this: being in Osaka, and just there are things that go on in Japan that you would never understand. But those people are dedicated to their lives as Japanese people. Their wives, they have arranged marriages. No, in Japan, you marry who your mom likes. You marry who she likes. And Japan also, no crime, no rape, no guns, but a very high suicide rate in Japan. It is nothing in Japan to see somebody on a building, girl, and jump off. It's nothing. They do all the. Oh, you know that? Yeah.
I don't know anything about Japan.
Girl, Shinjuku, Roppongi, it's nothing to be like, oh, it's a man. Oh, he gonna jump, girl. Hide your face, girl. Hide your face. You can't unsee that, girl. You can't unsee that, girl. And get out the way, bitch. Get out the way, bitch. You bought a brand new coat. You better run her. Because, bitch, they don't refund that girl. You can get the receipt, okay?
Was it a jumper? No.
I was like, H&M, look, I was walking down the street in Tokyo, bitch, and he gonna jump. Now it was white, now it's all red. Once you I got my tags on it now, can we go? Let me stop. That's real wrong.
It's so wrong, so dark.
Let me tell you, Japan was incredible. I mean, let me say this. In my theater, I was doing this $1 million show in this $1 million theater. There was someone who was paid to wipe my shoes. Someone who was paid to just wipe my. I had a microphone and my 3-piece suit. It was all white. And I'm a sweaty bitch. I can't really wear white because the color be all brown. Bitch, it was supposed to be bleach, Clorox. Girl, shout it out, Jill. For me, because my voice was that good, I needed to be a star. But I will say this: everyone who whether they held a door for you, wiped your shoe, it gave you such respect. Such respect. We had a stage manager who had a miscarriage during the show, and nobody knew until like a week later. This bitch had a miscarriage, but she was doing her job. It's like, yeah, that's the thing.
Wow.
She had a miscarriage, and nobody knew. The woman lost her first child, and went to work like, oh no, and girl, just so like, but that is Japan. That's Japan. Now, girl, China, I don't want to get girl China, because girl, when you watch NPR, listen to NPR, and they say beware of China, beware, girl.
Why?
The Chinese are awesome. We all love Chinatown. I love Chinatown, honey, because if they make it, they'll copy that shit up, girl. If they, they'll sell it, and you all like,
can I please, hold on.
Yes.
China.
Girl, China is cute. You can find whatever you want to find. You can find it, girl, in China, bitch. Hello.
China.
Okay.
Girl, I put the stones on.
$5. Stones were $1,000. But the dress was $5.
Knockoff.
Girl, yes, but that's the mentality of China. Girl, they will sell anything. They are pushing. I mean, it's so overpopulated in China. But I'll say this though, I really do like the Chinese interpersonal personality. They will say anything, bitch. They'll fight you. They'll spit on you. They don't play. Or the gays in China fight. Girl, yes, girl, yeah. Well, I was in Hong Kong, so it's not China. Okay. But it's funny because China thinks they own Hong Kong and Taiwan, but Hong Kong is independent. I don't know. But I was in a district of like Colombia, like I was in Hong Kong. My favorite was Korea. Korea.
Tell me about it.
Have you ever dated an Asian man before?
I've only dated one man before. He was Iranian.
There's a whole other periscope, girl.
I know. Intimacy issue.
Why is Katya so, detached?
You've been trying to get me out of
I've been trying to date her for like 10 years. Girl, I be trying, girl. I lost weight, girl. I got muscles, girl.
She did not always used to.
I brushed my teeth for her.
She came back a whirlwind muscle queen.
Girl, I was
one gay pride. No, I'll never forget this.
Look at that. Who was that?
That's
work, bitch.
Mahogany Brown. It was a tradition. Every year, Mahogany Brown would roll into gay pride in Boston a whirlwind.
Girl,
like
with money flush.
Back down the hatches. And one fucking year, this bitch rolled in overnight muscle queen. Tank top, titties out. Oiling.
Can we just say, oil, honey, baby oil. Don't touch me. Hug me, air hug, because bitch, I'm oiled up, okay? Yeah. Cocoa butter, bitch. Yes, God, a black girl knows that, bitch. Okay, Vaseline, girl, all over it, bitch. But I'll say that, yeah, I ate avocados for a year. Girl, still cut oats and almonds, girl, nut protein shakes. I didn't even drink, girl. For me, that's a lot, girl.
But you got discipline. You got major discipline.
I do. And, That comes from, you know what? I've always known in my life that I want, like something you were saying, I've always known in my life since I have been a young child, I will be somebody. I grew up, I had a journal since I was 12, and I could never. Really? Oh, yeah. Did she really?
Absolutely. She's like, I know I'm a star.
Yeah, from an early age. I just knew it.
Yeah.
And everything I did, if I was depressed, bitch, I was wearing black and just depressed and big black hats. Whatever I did, I've always vibrated very high. It's happening outside, girl.
Just getting out.
But you said you didn't grow up.
I've never believed in myself, but I've been always treated as a talented and gifted person. So it was only now, 34 years old, am I realizing that all the things I've been dreaming about for literally 20 years can actually happen. This show I've been dreaming about, literally dreaming about for 20 years.
It's also your charm, though. Because
but that's all a part of the access to it now.
Well, no, I think that part of you is why you're accessible. Because Katya is gorgeous. Brian's gorgeous. Getting him out of the house as a boy for Fena Barbitall's birthday party was so hard. Brian, I want you to go out because you're a gorgeous boy. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of boys who would love to have wipe him up, honey, but he is very complex, girl. Right? She needs a lot of therapy. Go look at all his abs, honey, body.
Oh, I do have abs. Look.
You do. Girl, she's abs. Like, she's a beautiful boy. But why don't you ever, I don't know, like you're
I'm
humble.
just unavailable right now.
I'm going through some things.
I'm just going through a lot of different things.
I just lemonade.
Why are you always trying to push me in an area that I don't feel comfortable?
No, but, and I'll say this, Katya, Brian is you are very self-assured. I've never been able, ever in my 10-year friendship, to convince Brian to do something he did not want to do. Do you hear me? If he don't want to go, he ain't going. He's a lot of solidarity. But I think that you are the type of artist who, you're a thinker, and I think that
I'm a thinker, not a doer, and I'm trying to be a doer.
And also, too, the external is not so much a part of your. Some artists work from the outside in, the wig on, and Brian's always executed from the inside out.
I think I agree with that. That's really that makes me happy that you make that observation.
No,
I think that's true.
It's inside out. I mean, yes, he's pretty. That's a given. Yes, he's think of you body, and he's funny because he's intelligent. But his humor is so like riffing off really big ideas. The whole thing of Katya, I was like, this bitch is Russian, but what happened?
What happened?
I was like, girl, I'm confused. Give me a notebook. I was like, girl, hold on, give me a pen, girl. I was like, girl, what happened, girl? She's Russian from where? And that was so genius of you to have that backstory, and it worked so well. And it was just like, whether you were like, from the back alley, it was funny to you, but if you were smart and knew your history, bitch, knew your Olympics, knew your government, your Gorbachev, you would see the humor. Girl, we're from the 80s, girl. But you would see how...
81?
Girl,
82.
1881. 1881. I was a free slave. I had my 30 acres in the mule, honey. I studied here. Reparations, okay?
Oh my God.
No, but Katya, yeah, your drag is so informed.
Thank you.
And I haven't done drag in 10 years, and it's queens like her that make me want to say.
Do you want to do it again?
I would, but like you, I want my drag to be, to say something. Whenever I meet Katya's fans, they are fans that you would not think would like drag. And it's profound to meet these people who I don't really think are part of the queer community, but so identify with all that you are. But we're more than gay men. We're more than drag queens. Yeah. I'm from Wisconsin. My father's a preacher. You're from Marlboro, Mass. Like there's a whole other smorgasbord. Yeah. Like the fact that we are gay men who are drag queens is only like the icing on the cake. Yeah. A lot led up to who we are as performers, and even me. I always say, because drag for you is a very expressive part of who you are, and drag for me is not. But I will say that whatever I do, if you YouTube me, honey, everything I do, if I'm in a suit and tails, bitch, it's always a little bit of New York, there's a bit of drag. It's all drag.
Showmanship,
honey.
That's what it is. It is showmanship,
and it's uniquely feminine. But so even in my best suit and tails top hat,
yes,
it's very. I'm giving you Frank Sinatra. I'm giving you a little bit of Lou Rawls, and a little bit of Lionel Richie, but it's very drag.
But it's very drag. But we were talking about the impact of your everyday gender performance is so interesting because
I'm in drag right now. Muscles, this muscles is all fake. I just work out for this. Like I work out. You see my butt pad. My butt is because it's a question, girl. If it's real, I do a little K Michelle, a little Kim K throwback. But it's funny because as a black man, I can go in the club like, hey, what's going on? What's up, yo? How you doing, man? Call me. What's up? Blah blah blah. But I can give you a little bit of, hey, girl, how you doing, bitch? Lemonade, formation. And it's funny how people see me because a lot of gay men or people in general, like I went to a straight club And it's like, I'm a black man with muscles. How can I be gay? You'd be surprised. When I went to Sissy K's last week with Destiny, girl, they all thought.
I'll go grab it. Keep going.
They could have sworn I was straight. Like, I could not be, like, the fact that I had dark skin and I had muscles, that dude is gay. He's not gay. He works out. And it's funny, I just love to play with people's perceptions of who I am. Because I can be I went to college. I can be very like, hi, how are you? I live in Boston, Massachusetts. But girl, you put on Whitney Houston, honey, and but two very different looks. I also have performed Chekhov. You know what I'm saying? I got my equity card doing Three Sisters. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the Cherry Orchard, you know. But I'm also a drag queen. And I think that I love that I have that wide array. And the birthday girl, yes, you better give me a
say hello.
Miss Fena Barbitall.
You gave me those wonderful cupcakes. I love you.
Oh, I couldn't go because I was with Jay in there in the Cook Cafe. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
How was New York?
Expensive.
Louis.
Yes, honey.
Oh God.
Stop it. No, we're gonna post edit. We're gonna post edit it.
Wait, can we talk about this necklace though? This is my favorite necklace.
Hold on, bitch, honey. Where'd you get that from?
New York girl.
She had a good time in New York, honey. She sold her oats in New York, but you go sit down here. Let me get my contact.
You guys, Destiny's coming out downstairs. We're going on the machine.
Oh, you're going. Okay. Brian,
so the Olympics. Listen, if you're gonna watch the Olympics, you have to donate. Because if you don't donate, then who's getting paid?
No, but see, if you donate,
who's getting paid for that stuff? How many shows do they have to do?
A lot.
2 shows, opening number, closing number.
Those governments are corrupt.
Meet and greet afterwards. Yeah.
Who performed at the opening number?
Sierra? No, I don't know.
Girl, yes, you would do a Sierra Girl 1-2 step. It's still a good song.
All right. So
Perry to do
thank
a
you all so
terrible
much.
song.
Have a happy birthday and enjoy the Olympics. Say bye.
Bye.